welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Giselle, and on this channel we talk all things about faith, encouragement, fertility, you name it, we want to be able to talk about it. And in today's video, I'm going to do a simple, quick and easy recap of my second trimester from 14 weeks to 28 weeks. So if you're interested in that, stick around. Hey y'all, so it has been a minute since I have done a video. I'm currently sitting on the floor. I don't know how long I could remain on the floor, but yeah, we'll see. My feet are gigantic right now and they're super swollen, so I'm trying to find all the comfortable locations. Disregard any mess in the background. Y'all, we're going through it. We're renovating, we're cleaning, we're nesting, we're doing all the things. I got Lucas here with me. He's taking a little nap. And Mateo, of course, is by my feet. If you cannot already tell, your girl is out of breath. I have been out of breath already for a couple weeks. And I think the closer I get, the harder it is. So currently I am 33 weeks. Like I said, it's been a minute. Y'all, I have not picked up this camera in a good minute. And I will show you the bump at the end of the video. And y'all, I'm gonna be completely 100% honest. I did not write anything down for my second trimester. I was just living in the moment, been living in the moment. So for your second trimester, a lot of people say 14 to 26 weeks, I think. And some say 14 to 28 weeks. I'm gonna put it from 14 to 28 weeks, which on my 14th week, I did recap on my first video. So I'm not gonna go too much back into detail about my 14th week. If you're interested, I'll go ahead and leave the video at the end of this video or link it down below. And I'm gonna try not to run out of breath as I make this video, as it gets harder for me every single day to kind of just chit chat, even have a regular conversation with my husband. I'm constantly out of breath. I'm constantly drinking water. And y'all, it's getting real. And like I said, I'm 33 weeks now, so I'm already in my third trimester, which is mind-blowing to me. But in this video, I'm gonna talk about my second trimester, at least the things that I remember and the things that I probably don't remember. but yeah, so in my 14th week, if you don't remember, I did have a scare. I had a bleed, went to the ER, baby was doing fantastic. If I did not mention it in my last video, it's no secret now, I am having a baby girl. So yes, I'm having a baby girl. I've known since her first heartbeat, sonogram, or ultrasound. So when I went back to my fertility clinic to confirm baby, confirm pregnancy, confirm heartbeat, they did give us a document. And in that document it said it was a girl. So my husband and I did just a little something intimate between us two, just to kind of, you know, get that out of the way. I didn't really want a gender reveal party or any of that. I kind of wanted to save my money more towards baby shower. And so yeah. So yeah, I'm having a baby girl. I don't have a name for her yet. There's a list, and in that list we shall see what happens. I feel like I need to see her face for some reason, and then I can, like, you know, put a name to the face. But yeah, second trimester, I started feeling a lot better. I'm gonna be honest, my nausea did not go away until about 22 to 24 weeks. I was still feeling nauseous from time to time. I wasn't feeling as nauseous as my first trimester, thank God. My appetite did pick up significantly around, I want to say 25 weeks, 26 weeks. I started eating like everything that I missed my first trimester, I think I ate in my second trimester. As you can see, I have put on a little bit of weight around my face. I have definitely increased in weight. I have gained about 20 to 25 pounds so far, which to me is like not scary, but it's a lot. I am a very petite girl. I am 5'2". I have been 100 pounds for like the longest time, like 98 to 101. I've been in that range, so I'm very petite. I have done everything in the book to gain weight, and I have not gained weight until now. So I guess if you are trying to gain weight, baby is the way to do it. But I can definitely feel like myself struggling because I do have on this weight that I never had before. So doctors say my weight looks perfectly fine. I've been doing really good with my weight. So hopefully I don't gain another like 10 pounds. I want to stay at a good weight range, which I really don't care. At this point, I'm just like, as long as I'm healthy, baby's healthy, we're good. Whatever happens, happens. So yeah, so my appetite did increase a lot towards the end of my second trimester, because still in my second trimester, I was still feeling nauseous. I was still having the headaches. I was still having all the things, food aversions. I'm still not eating steaks, which is so sad because I want like a good juicy steak, and every time I look at it, I'm just like, it's not it. That's not it. I don't want it. I don't want to look at it. Even looking at it, like if my husband's eating it, I'm like, I thought I was over throwing up. I think at 22 weeks, I just, yeah. I think again at 26 weeks, I ended up having like a really bad stomach ache. And for some reason, I just threw up everything that I ate that day too. So I thought I was over it. I was like, I'm feeling good. No, baby girl was like, negative, mom. Like, here's the button. Please release all that you just ate. And so I think one of the last times that I actually like threw up was maybe at 28 weeks, if that, 28, 29 weeks. It was just a thing that I whiffed something, like I smelled something, and it just wasn't it. And y'all, let me tell you, when you have a belly and you are constantly sick, like throwing up, it is the most uncomfortable feeling you will experience. So brace yourself. If you do not have any of those things, praise the Lord, thank God, and carry on. Because those times I did throw up, I had a little belly on me, and even just having a little belly was so uncomfortable to throw up. It was painful. Not painful, it's just so uncomfortable. Don't even want to think about it. Sometimes going into your second trimester, you might feel amazing and all the things. Your girl didn't. I still experienced the headaches, the tiredness, the nausea, but the nausea wasn't as intense. I can at least say that. It wasn't like an all-day thing. It was more like morning and evening time. Throughout the day, I felt fine, and I was able to kind of just get through it. So in your second trimester, well, at least in my second trimester with my clinic, I was so sad because I did not see baby girl from week 12 to week 20, I think it was. So it was a long time. So when you see your baby constantly, like especially like if you're in the IVF journey or even just fertility journey, you tend to have like multiple ultrasounds right off the bat, which I did. And then at 12 weeks, it's like, okay, you won't see baby until 20 weeks. I was like, what? So I had to go to a specialist just because I am considered high risk due to IVF. I had to go to a specialist to get my anatomy scan done. At my anatomy scan, baby girl had her feet like this, covering her face the whole entire time. And we tried to get some 3D shots, which were kind of impossible because her feet, again, were like up in her face like that. And so she was just covering her face the whole time. She did not want mommy and daddy to see her face. She did let us know she is indeed a girl. And the fact that I say that is because in my first trimester, I kept having dreams that it was a boy. And I kept telling my husband, they told me the wrong gender. That gender is for a different couple. And my husband's like, you're having a girl. I was like, no, I know it's a boy. I keep having dreams that it's a boy, and I think I'm having a boy. And so I think I was in denial. I don't know. And it's not that I wanted a boy. I thought I was having a boy. I'm like, no, I think it's a boy. I think they lied to me. And no, it's confirmed. She is indeed a girl. So she did let us know that for sure. But her measurements came back perfect. She was in the 57th percentile, I think is what they told me at that time. And at that time, she was about 14 ounces. So at 20 weeks, she was estimating about 14 ounces. Typically, that's the estimated weight around that time as well. But I think I was like a little bit more. So who knows? Right now, my baby's all, like my belly is all baby. And I feel like she's uncomfortable, just like I am uncomfortable. I'm like, we can make a deal, but I don't know, she still has time to cook. But yeah, so that was 20 weeks. Everything came back fine. All the testing that they have done came back normal. Her spine looked great, her stomach, her heart, her head, her hands, her arms, her little toes, whatever they measured, because it's a longer appointment. So just know that your anatomy scan will probably be a little bit longer than your normal appointments, just because they're doing all the scans to like all her, like all their little body parts basically. So everything came back great. She was moving a lot as always. So she's very active still. I remember mentioning in my first video, like in my first trimester video, that she was active, very active baby. To this day, this little girl is active as can be. I'm like, girl, do you ever sleep in there? Because you're constantly up. Throughout the day, I feel her like at ease, but at night is when it all begins. And I'm like, great. So that's one of the things. She's still very active. She still moves around. At 28 weeks, I'm sorry I'm going all over the place because again, I didn't write anything down and I'm just going off of what I can remember. Again, I was like in the moment and half the time I was in bed. So at 28 weeks, I had another growth scan at my clinic. Since everything turned out great at my 20-week scan with the specialist, they just told me go ahead and see your regular doctor and have your regular growth scans with them. Unless they see something different, then you would come back to us. So at 28 weeks, I had another growth scan. So within 8 weeks, she gained about 1.5 pounds. She was estimating 2 pounds, 12 ounces, I think is what they told me. I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, my belly's all baby. I have another scan coming up next week, which will be another growth scan just to see how she's doing. At 28 weeks, they did tell me though, she is in a little sitting position. And again, feet up, hands in the face, don't want us to see her. And I'm like, girl, let me see your face. Which we ended up doing some rearranging on the table and we got to see a little glimpse of her side profile, her actual face. And y'all, when I saw that, I just started crying because to me it's so surreal that I'm here, that there's a little human growing inside of me and that she is just like perfect in there. Anyways, I ended up getting super emotional. I was so emotional that day just because I got to see her, and not only that, they did a little 3D image, so you get to see more of her, like her features and stuff, and it was just the cutest little thing. My husband says she looks like you. My brother says she looks like you. Some people are like, she kind of looks like Dino. And I'm like, how can you even tell? I feel like in her eyes, the way her eyes are, like, I don't know, just the way her eyes are. Of course, you don't see them open, you see them closed, but I feel like they look like me. They look like my eyes, so maybe. But other than that, I'm like, I don't know. We'll see when she's born. Anyways, so that was at 28 weeks. I think those were like the biggest things that happened to me in my second trimester. I didn't really have much going on in my second trimester besides the fact that I started cleaning. And now that I'm like in the final countdown, I'm 8 weeks away from my due date, I am kind of going into panic mode, wanting to get everything cleaned. And her nursery is coming along. That's one of the things that we started doing in my second trimester, which I will not show now because there's stuff in there and it's not all put together. But she does have her crib in there. She has her stroller. She has her car seat in there, her little mattress. And I plan to do like what I bought and what like I need and didn't need after the fact, because I really don't know, y'all. I really don't know what I need. I don't know, like, I'm looking at all these videos on YouTube, like what are essentials, what to buy, what not to buy. And y'all, I have it all in my registry. I put everything in my registry. I was like, you know what? It's all going in there because I don't know specifically what I need, what I don't need. And whatever I get and I don't use, I will be donating it. There is a local foster care organization here in my area which take on babies all up until 18 years old. So whatever I don't use will not go to waste, will be donated to this facility or to any mommy to be that I know that's around me. I know a couple of mommy to be's in the area, so I'm good with that to at least donate. I think her room furniture wise, like we did start packing up stuff right at the end of my second trimester. Again, when you're in this journey, oh, you're gonna hear me say this all the time, you're like hitting milestones. So like at 20 weeks it was a milestone, at 24 weeks viability was a milestone, 28 weeks was another milestone. So like I was so scared my first and second trimester to just get anything for baby because you just never know the outcome. But you can't always live in that mentality of like something bad's gonna happen, because then something bad might actually happen. So I prayed a lot through getting over that mentality, and thank God I have gotten better. I still have the anxiety, I still have the fears of labor and delivery and all the things, but my little miracle baby, she's coming full force, and she's letting us know that she's coming full force. But yeah, that's what basically I can remember from my second trimester. Don't remember a lot. Here in my third, which will be 28 to whenever she's born, I will try to do another recap video. Again, I'm not writing anything down. Some people have the time and the energy to write everything down, and y'all, that wasn't it for me. Sometimes you go into it thinking like, oh, I'm gonna record this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. Once you're in it, you're like, I'm not doing that. Like, it is what it is. But I'm mostly recording like these little clips just for myself, so I can look back at it and say, that was my experience with baby girl. Again, we still have 4 embryos left. And I told my husband, let me get through this one. Let me get through this baby because it has been rough. I don't know the genders of the remaining embryos. We hope and pray that we have a little boy in there somewhere. But again, with fertility treatments, we all know the outcomes. As you can see in my past videos, my first transfer failed with a perfect genetically normal tested embryo. And I think it was a 4AA, just as baby girl was, and it was genetically normal, and everything from my uterus to my blood work to my levels looked amazing for the perfect little home. And it just wasn't it. It wasn't meant to be. And so I still grieve that embryo. I think about her all the time, which the gender was a girl. So I think about that embryo all the time. I have a bracelet that I made for that embryo, and every appointment that I get to see baby girl, I wear my bracelet because it's a reminder that, you know, I lost that one, but I have baby girl now. And so even though you have perfect genetically normal embryos, it's not always guaranteed that they will stick. So although I have 4 left, I think I'd have to wait a year before I even try doing another transfer anyways. But I want to wait a good 1.5 to 2 years. Give myself some time, give baby girl time to, you know, grow, and I want to be able to be present with this baby. I know everybody has their own opinions. Again, this is my personal opinion, perspective, and so that's how I'm looking at it. But yeah, if I have to say, have I enjoyed pregnancy? No. Some people, it's colored roses, it's the unicorns and the rainbows and the roses and all the things, and for me that just wasn't it. I love the fact that I am carrying her, that she's growing inside of me. Don't get me wrong, I love that. I love her kicks, I love her little hiccups. When she's pressing down on my bladder and I cannot hold my pee. I love her like in every aspect. I love carrying her. I love this that I'm creating, right? The symptoms I don't love. I don't like the headaches. I don't like feeling sick. I don't like feeling tired and out of energy and out of breath. And my feet are swollen now and I can barely walk, and sometimes pregnancy is just not it. And so there's things that I don't like about pregnancy, and I'm like, I don't want to go through that again. And then there's times where I'm like, but I want to have another baby. And either way, it's okay. So if you're pregnant right now and you're like, I hate this, it's okay. You're not the only one. And I've come across a lot of women on social media who experience the same thing. You know, some of them are like, oh my God, I feel beautiful, I feel this, I feel that. And then there's times where there's women like us who are like, girl, this ain't it. We just want to give birth to this baby and call it a day. I do have days where I absolutely love being pregnant. And then there's days where I'm just like in bed and I'm like, get her out of me already. Like I'm ready to just be a mom. And that's the thing, right? Like people think because you have been in a fertility journey for years that you should be embracing pregnancy, that you should be embracing everything that comes with it. And it's not necessarily like that. Like you don't necessarily have to embrace every aspect of it. There's things that you're gonna love and there's things that you're gonna hate. And I think for those who love being pregnant are just having an easy pregnancy and they're flying on by like nothing's bothering them. And the ones who are hating pregnancy are probably the ones like me that have been sick most of the time and all the things. And yeah, so it is what it is. All right. So if you have any questions regarding my second trimester that I probably didn't mention, or you think that you experienced that like she didn't mention this, again, I didn't mention a lot. I didn't really have a lot to say because again, I felt a lot like my first trimester for the first part of my second trimester, and then at the end I was like eating the world, and now I'm still eating the world. And that's basically been about it. Anyways, If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It helps reach out other women who are currently in their second trimester. And yeah, if you are in this journey and you have reached out to me in the comments, I am waiting for updates on some of y'all. I know some of y'all have reached out to me saying that you were going through your transfer. Some of you were waiting on beta. Some of you had family members. And I love reading your comments. I love when you guys comment because it just kind of helps me, like, makes me feel good that, you know, other people are staying hopeful in their journey as well. So let me know your updates because I'm still waiting on some. And I keep on praying for y'all. Again, if you need prayer, comment down below, let me know. And yeah, I hope that you guys have an amazing day, week, weekend, night, whenever you're watching this, and stay blessed, everyone. Bye.